fastening my phone into the stand. Oh, look, there's my Tootsies. Let me see if I can pull. Hi, everybody. See if I can pull this over here. My name is TushyGalore. Most of you know me already and have been following along with my boring ass life for many years. And I want to thank you for that. And I love it when some of you come forward and you're like, I've been watching you since 2005 and since I was an embryo. And I'm still watching you, and it makes me feel so happy. All right, let me find my perimeters here. I can only see a little of my phone because, let's see, because I have a small phone. It's one of those iPhone SE things. Okay, just wanted to make sure I had it in frame. Hi, everybody. My name is Tushy Galore, and I do all kinds of stuff. One of my newest creative things is that I have been doing my own nails for the last year, my own acrylic nails. So there's lots of ways, like neat little at-home DIYs you can do when making your own fake nails. But this is my monomer bottle. It gets very sticky and gross. Cat hair gets all in it. Anyway, and I have made lots of different kinds of acrylics. This is just, purple and glitter, and I made that from some acrylic, no, it's not what I mean, from some artist pastels. And I'm just going to move some of this stuff over. Someone may come knocking at my door here in a moment. I don't really know when they'll be here. Or I wouldn't have started the video, but hopefully they will stay gone for a little while. Let me just clear some space. Yeah, this is really messy because it's an active work desk. Look at all that. Good grief. So, one of the things that's kind of popular, and I learned about it when I first started doing my nails a little over a year ago. And I was hearing people saying that you can make your own colored acrylic with eyeshadow. So I ran down to Dollar Tree. They said to use the loose eyeshadow you can get at Dollar Tree. There aren't many colors, and frankly, it's almost impossible to get out of the bottle. I got a few of them and tried to get them out of there and ended up like brutally breaking the bottles and stuff to get it out. It was not fun. So I used some that was like a cake style that was, pressed. And it was a little container that had 3 different colors. It had this beautiful blue, and there was, I don't think I still have it in here. There was a pretty sort of a goldeny brown and a turquoisey kind of seafoam green color. And I didn't even know how to do my nails yet, but I immediately made powder for it. So there's a lot of blue nails going to come out of that. Got it on my toenails right now. And I made that myself. Now, one thing I've noticed is I've gone along and made various products. Here's one I made using some artist pastels that I ground up and just added it. And basically what you're doing, you mix anything in with acrylic powder or with resin or with jello. Think of making a jello mold like they used to do back in the bad old days. And you float all kinds of crap in it. They used to do them with celery and pieces of meat and olives and all that. It was like a celery flavored jello that used to be very popular back in the day. But you see how light and fluffy this is? So basically what you're doing is you find something you like. Last Christmas I actually used cocoa powder and to make some brown cocoa nails. And you can put anything that's small pretty much. You can put it in the acrylic. Sorry, I've even seen people put leaves, like pick a leaf off of something and put it on the nail and encapsulate it with the clear acrylic. And this is a similar thing to, like I said, jello molds or resin or whatever. Anything you put in the acrylic, pretty much, it just sort of holds it. And it covers it on all sides, top, bottom, and all sides. And that's how they make them look pretty. They put pigment in them. Sorry, I don't know why I'm having so much trouble talking today. And these are something my mother gave to me the other day. And she says, Alyssa, remember when you did these? Well, let me tell you, honey, when I did these, disco was queen. And I was probably in 6th grade when I did these. So it's been a while. And what it was is whenever we'd have eyeshadow that broke up, or I found some even at a yard sale, I would come home and make them into powder. And I guess I was trying to use them. I don't know why I thought it'd be better as powder. I think it was first I started rescuing eyeshadows that had broken. And they're too messy and difficult. And just went from there. I see an awful lot of brown. So these are from the 70s, essentially, kids. Late 70s, maybe early 80s. But Mom has had these little bottles rattling around in her bathroom, one of the drawers, forever. And she's like, I return these to you. So here's a pretty light blue one that I think I'm going to try to use to demonstrate. Oh, where is my mortar and pestle? Pestle. I rarely say that correctly. So these are older than some of my viewers, which is horrifying. They're about as old as one of my good friends. Yes, that's you. You know who you are. You live locally. Okay, I don't want to get up and go across the room because I'm afraid I'll kick stuff over. But essentially, I'll find a container. This is still a little chunky. I have not even opened this probably since the 80s. Oh my. Not really an attractive blue. It's kind of a weird grayish blue. I don't know. I guess I'll go ahead and experiment with it. What I might do is use just a little of it. Must dig for spoons. On a moment. Por favor. We have 3 cars, y'all. 3 cars. Only one of which is working. Aren't we cute hillbillies? I mean, honestly. I'm going to crush this up a little bit. And our one that works had a part break on it. See, I'm just using the end of a brush to crush it up. Something that's a little bit rounded on the end usually does best. If you don't have a mortar and pestle. Gosh, dang it. I have to be looking at it to say it right. I don't know why. So this is very soft. And I think I was trying to show you earlier the difference between something made with a harder, drier kind of pigment like artists' pastels or even sidewalk chalk. But eyeshadow tends to have a little bit of mineral oil added in, which helps it to kind of clump, you know, when they put it in the little pan. And I guess it helps it to stay on your eyes. I don't really know. This is very powdery. Boy, that's some 70s blue eyeshadow is what that is. And it does make it a little clumpy. I had read someone, when I first started doing this, someone said, oh no, don't use that. It's got mineral oil in it. It won't hang on to your nail. Well, it does. If you get enough acrylic in it, especially if I put down a very thin, clear coat, base coat first. But so it is. You can see a little difference. It clumps a little bit, but it's not terrible. It's not enough for me to say, oh, I'll never make nail acrylic from eyeshadow. Ew. All right, so that's I don't know, maybe half a teaspoon, 3/4 of a teaspoon of this eyeshadow. I still see clumps. Okay, so our car situation. We're selling one of the cars that really is just like dead and there's no hope of repairing it for $200 today to pay for repairing our car that we love and do drive all the time. That is life in the poor lane. It's some ghetto living. That's what that is. So somebody's coming to buy that car today, just for junk, 200 bucks. So I'm kind of waiting around for them to get here. I think what I'm going to do is only do half of this, because I know I'm not going to want to really do much of anything with it, but I'm just going to do a little small sample of it, maybe less than half. I don't want to waste my clear acrylic. Okay, so that's just a little bitty bit. I'm going to get this and spoon. This is one of 2 baby spoons, which I was fed with. I was a baby. I don't know. I go at least twice as much as whatever color I'm using. At least twice as much, and then I give it a mix. And then I'm going to try it out. See how crappy it is. It bugs the ever-living heck out of me when I see nail techs mixing something like this, and they get out their e-file, and they sit here with their e-file in it. And it clogs up their e-file, and I want to thump them. Put a lid on it. Shake it. Shake it, girl. Okay, that is quite well mixed. Now let's do a little sample. Where is my spoon? See, spoons with my sample tips on them. Pretty easy for me to hold. A strawberry. I thought I had a fresh one loaded up and ready to use, but I guess I don't. Really? Really, Tushy? Okay, so allow me to just pop another one on. This is that blue tack stuff. Remember, like a poster, what do they call it? Poster tack or something like that. I didn't ever like putting it on posters, because if you put it on paper, it leaves like a grease stain that goes all the way through it. Ugh, yuck. Well, I don't want to struggle with that any longer than I have to. Let's just put the little one on there. And what have I done with those? I have, I have these. And they are some nail tips that I got when I first started doing my nails. I was doing dip system. And I just didn't know what I was doing yet. I didn't realize how small my nail beds were. I didn't have any awareness at all about that. So we're going to put the little nail. And I got these. And they look more like a full coverage, like it would fit like that. But they were sold to me as a nail tip. And it's got the little reservoir kind of thing there that's supposed to be to just kind of go like that. They're weird, man. Didn't leave enough of my natural nail showing. So, cap on that old crap. This little bottle has my monomer in it. Basically, acrylics are 2 parts. Monomer, which is a liquid, and the acrylic powder. And the acrylic powder soaks up the monomer. Ooh, just heard a near wreck outside. Heard somebody squeal on the brakes. And it makes the acrylic kind of puff up, and it all sticks together, and there you go. So I'm going to get my brush really, really wet. Tap this in with him and see what's going on. He may have word about the people coming in the car. It's not picking up real well, which tells me it needs more acrylic. And I still need a better brush, because this brush, I have set it on fire. I've damaged this poor brush so badly. A little more acrylic. I want to get a good bead with it, and then I'll let y'all go. I'll go check and see who tried to call me. He may be watching me right now. He sometimes does. Watches my live feeds at work or whatever. And he'll report back. He'll hear me say things, and he'll come reporting back. All right, let's try one more bead of this. See how it really looks. on, come on. There we go. Normally when I'm doing this, I have my glasses off and I can see what I'm doing a little better. What, I sure have improved with my brush skills, and a lot more able now to just kind of lay something down and shape it and tap my brush on my towel when it's too moist and know the difference. So that's kind of Confederate gray. I know it's hard to tell with the weird blue tack stuff underneath because it does show through. Oh, heck. Yep, it works. I mean, it needs to dry, but it does work. It's not pretty. I can see why that eyeshadow was never finished. And frankly, I may throw them all away because none of them are very, very pretty except for one dark blue one. But it does work. Let's see. Yep. So, you can use ancient eyeshadow to make colored acrylics. It may not be very pretty, but it works. And that's all. I like to do these little experiments and things, and I do them all the time at home by myself. And I thought, you know, there may be somebody out there that may get some value from this knowledge and from my own experience. So if you got some value from this video, enjoyed it anyway whatsoever, even if I was just company to you for a little while, then, you know, please hit all the little buttons and the bells and whistles and woo-haws and tatas and hee-haws. And it helps me to get suggested to YouTube. I've given up on trying to be monetized because I don't like all the restrictions they put on people. I want to be able to cuss, and I want to be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about with you. So, heck with that. All right, I love you guys. I don't want this ugly blue stuff getting on anything. I love y'all. Thank you for stopping in. I'm about to make some noise. My apologies. I'm just popping it out so I can properly say goodbye. I'm going to go call Mr. John Miller back. Bye.